JP, I guess we'll start minutes more frequent for you the last couple of weekends, getting back into the fitness, getting everything back under your belt. What have you made of your work back towards being fit again?
Yeah, I feel great, especially after playing 120 on Wednesday, 90 on Saturday. To be honest, my body feels good. Obviously missed the first few games of the season due to injury, which is unfortunate, and it's a part of the game, but I think the coaching staff and the medical staff, I think they did a good job managing my minutes and putting me through a good training routine so I could be able to get back to full fitness, and right now I feel great.
You've been in with this Phoenix team for about 15 months, right? What's been the biggest difference in your role in the rising midfield versus your time in Omaha, where you were, 6 goals that 2023 season has to be a little more of a box-to-box threat?
Yeah, I would say a lot of it has to do with how we play. I think in Omaha we're a bit more of a direct team, and especially you mentioned the goal involvements that I had, and I think I was a bigger a bigger piece in the set pieces. I was a big target, and here as well, like especially this year, they've been trying to use me as that set piece threat, and I think eventually I think the goals will come for me. But yeah, a lot of it has to do with how we played, and here it's a more possession-based team, and so I kind of sit back a bit more, I feel like.
Do you enjoy that 6 role in the style that Pa and I guess even last year's team had you playing in?
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot, to be honest. A lot of the build-up has to go through the 6, so I'm seeing a lot of the ball, and yeah, I've been enjoying it.
¿Uno en español?
Claro, sí.
Creciste en Nogales.
Claro, sí.
Viniste aquí a la preparatoria en Phoenix.
Sí.
Obviamente juegas para el equipo aquí de la ciudad. Describe básicamente lo que ha pasado en tu carrera para estar aquí, tu segundo año, y qué es lo que quieres hacer aquí con
Sí, como mencionaste, crecí allá en Nogales, y mi familia se mudó acá para cuando empecé la high school, so hice los 4 años de high school aquí, y desde entonces que fue el 2016, que el primer año de Phoenix, desde entonces yo fui un fan de Phoenix, y desde que estuve en Omaha, desde la universidad y luego estuve en Omaha, siempre he apoyado al equipo, y ahora que me dio la oportunidad para poder jugar para el equipo, es un momento orgulloso para mí, y sí, lo agradezco mucho al equipo, a Bobby, al staff por darme esa oportunidad, y estoy aquí porque quiero ganar campeonatos para este equipo, para mi casa, ¿sabes?
Y obviamente el año pasado un poco difícil, ¿no? Con
Claro.
los cambios de los managers, de los técnicos. ¿Qué ha sido la diferencia este año, obviamente, con Pa, los jugadores, en la mentalidad del equipo?
Sí, con Pa es un técnico con mucha personalidad. Tiene un liderazgo que yo creo que el año pasado, la verdad, no lo teníamos. Y eso como jugadores, o sea, lo respetamos mucho, y nos ha unido mucho como equipo. Y yo creo que ha sido la diferencia entre el año pasado y este año. Obvio, no hemos empezado muy bien, y lo sabemos, pero yo tengo confianza en este equipo, igual como los técnicos que tienen confianza en nosotros, que va a ser un buen año para nosotros, aunque a lo mejor no lo hemos demostrado constantemente, pero va a ser un buen año para nosotros.
Y última pregunta, ¿qué te han dicho el staff, ¿no? Para que tú puedas estar más en el campo? Obviamente tuviste un par de lesiones, pero te han dado oportunidades estos últimos juegos. ¿Qué te han dado indicaciones en lo que tienes que hacer exactamente para seguir adelante, seguir siendo uno de los titulares?
Sí, no, nada así muy específico. Lo que mencionan mucho de mí es ser un líder en el equipo, igual en la cancha cuando esté jugando, ser un líder, y para mí, o sea, es lo más importante. Sí, ser un líder, liderar por mis ejemplos, o sea, como juego, y es lo que me han dicho. Me han dado mucha confianza para para jugar mi juego como siempre lo he hecho y es lo que he estado haciendo.
Gracias.
Obviously, the first game now in the Jägermeister Cup coming up this weekend. What are your thoughts on the new competition?
Yeah, I think it's very exciting to get to see, you know, the competition between Championship and League One. I think it'll be an exciting cup for fans to follow, and personally, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I played in League One for a few years, and I think a lot of teams will be surprised by how close some League One teams are.
Do you think it's going to provide maybe a better shop window for those League One players to advance up the league?
I think so, and I think you know, with the topic of promotion relegation, I think it'll be a good indication on where the league is. We'll be able to see how close some teams are and how far off some teams are to being in the championship.
Is it, in your mind, that's the big difference in League One, right? You say some teams are close. Is it a bigger gap from top to bottom in your mind from having played in both leagues?
In my opinion, I think so. You look at teams like Omaha who have dominated League One, and I'm not just saying this because I played for them, but they've dominated the league for a few years, and honestly, in my opinion, they could compete at the championship level. And obviously, there's some teams at the bottom who may not be as good as Omaha, but I think this competition will tell us that.
In the second cup news, of course, the draw last week, you guys playing Houston Dynamo in the next round of the Open Cup. You know, what was your reaction to that draw?
My reaction, I mean, it wasn't anything special. Obviously, we knew we were going to get an MLS team, and I think it's more exciting for the club to draw against Houston, to be able to play them at home. I think it's a big opportunity for us, and obviously there's implications with Juan, who was here with the team 2 years ago, and him coming back to Phoenix. I think a lot of fans are excited for that, and we're obviously excited for the game, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Sorry, go ahead.
JP, is there a lot of excitement within the locker room to get a chance to play against an MLS side?
Yeah, you always want to play against good opposition, and yeah, it's going to be a good opportunity for us to showcase our talents. I know a lot of us strive to be at that level, and the Open Cup provides that opportunity for us as players to be able to showcase what we could do against MLS teams.
Did you get a chance to speak to Juan? You came kind of in that window where he was kind of still around, or a little bit after. Did you get a chance to meet him or anything like that?
Yeah, I met him a couple times here. This was once he had left the club, but yeah, I obviously he's the one who brought me in. He recruited me, and so I was having conversations, but it was an awkward period where I wasn't aware of his situation. So yeah, I had a couple of conversations with him.
I guess going back to Omaha, what was Dom Casiato like as a manager, and what did he give you as a player?
Yeah, he's obviously a very good manager. Having been so successful in his first 2 years as a head coach, with me, since the first conversation I had with him, he gave me the confidence to be myself, and obviously had trust in me to name me as the captain of the team, and for me that was a huge compliment. And yeah, I think he's a very good manager, and I think eventually he'll have a move up.
JP, we spoke to Pa right before this, and he spoke about you as more of a quiet leader in the locker room, a lot of respect towards you. How much pride do you take in being a true leader to these guys? Yeah, it's obviously I appreciate what Pa has to say, and yeah, I'm not the loudest guy. I'm not like Marga. I'm very quiet. Keep my words to myself. But yeah, I try to lead the team by example. I always try to be a good example in the training field and whenever we're on the pitch. And yeah, that's my style of leading. And from your position, what do you think the team needs to do better to try to turn these results around instead of some draws, try to get some wins?
Yeah, obviously that's been a big topic amongst the group. To be honest, I don't think we're far off from where we want to be. I think it's just small details where we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, and we just have to address those mistakes that we're making in the game. And I think once we deal with those mistakes and we put in these complete performances, we'll gain some momentum. And when that happens, to be honest, I'll say watch out, because this team has the capability of being the top team in the league.
Have you ever been on a squad that's this youthful, right? I think you're the 5th or 6th oldest guy in the team.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, back in Omaha, most of the guys were straight out of college, so I do have a little bit of experience, but it is not so much of a shock, but it is a big difference comparing last year's team to this year. Last year, a lot more experience, a lot older guys, and this year, as you said, a lot of youth amongst the squad, and that's where guys like myself and the older players have to step up and be the leader and lead by example.
You're talking about guys like John and like Renzo on last year's group with the team, the older guys.
If I would talk to them?
No, if you're talking like older guys last year.
Yeah. Just I mean not like super old, but like old in general. I don't know what the average age was last year, but we had a lot more older guys, and this year it's mainly like 21 to 24-year-olds.
You have someone like Braxton that's a little bit younger.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any relationship with him? Obviously on the field you guys play, but kind of try to take him under your wing or any sort of relationship?
Yeah, Braxton's been excellent the last few games that he's had to step in. Him and JMO, you could say I've sort of taken them under my wing. I've been trying to give them some advice, and to be honest, they're holding up. They're doing well, competing against guys who not just are older, but physically bigger. And shout out to them, to be honest. They stepped up massively.